Hello and welcome. I'm very excited today to show you our new integrated blogging platform for WeAre.xyz. This brings together both blogging and family history archiving in quite a unique and special way. I'm going to start here on my personal blog page that I've just started. I'm very excited I'm quite a newcomer to blogging, and here I've got a few articles that I've really enjoyed making. And I'm just going to show you around the basic public facing part of your blog. So my blog title, the bite-sized genealogist, and then I have the home section, which is this list of my posts, and then I have a very straightforward about me. I have a bit about me, my son, and some things that I'm interested in, and at the bottom I put a few links. So that's the about me. And now I just want to show you inside some of these articles, these posts. And this will start to highlight why this is so powerful when linked to your family archive. So I have a post here, 3 brothers, 1 death in the Pacific. Very sad tale of on my wife's side of these 3 brothers who went to war on the USS Saratoga. One of them didn't come back, and they're all buried in this cemetery here in Kansas. But you'll notice down the bottom, here is a family tree, a proper interactive family tree that comes out of the family archive. And I constructed this actually as an article within the family archive and posted it over here into the blog. And these are all active. If you have a public family archive, they will link back and open, as I'm clicking there, on the individual, and you can start to explore more of the archive around that individual. So I'll come back to the post in the actual blog. So I'm going to close down that article, that post, sorry. And then look at another one that also illustrates some of the power of combining with an archive. So this diary of Thomas Paul, my 2 times great-grandfather, this is a blog post. It's what you can read off my blog. All the pages of the diary are included. And if I open them, it will show them in display and the transcription alongside. I can expand and collapse that. I can scroll through the pages. And that is using basically the document showing display and transcription feature from within the family archive section, or the family archive itself. So let's close that, get back to the home page of the blog. There we are. So the question is, how do we get in and start using the blog? So we have our family archive. So I'm going to go to my family archive home area. Here's my family archive if I was a tree. And you'll notice now at the top, you have an extra menu item, blogs. And if you click on blogs, there's a list of all the blogs that you've made, or a button here where you can create a new blog. So I'm going to go into my blog, the bite-sized genealogist. And here I'm now in the blog editor. If you look at the menu items across the top, I'm in the published posts list. There's an unpublished posts list, things I'm working on that I'm not yet ready to publish. Any media I've uploaded into the blog area directly. My blog settings, I'll just have a look at that. You have various themes to get you going that you can set as a background. And then here's where I edit my about me using the familiar editor tool that we have in the archive. Okay, so I'm going to, sorry, before I do that, I'm just going to point out here, you have a button that says pin and unpin. You can pin one post to the top that always stays at the top. So I have one that describes more about WeAre, which I can unpin and it will go back down to its date when it was made. And I could pin another one to go to the top. But for now, I'm going to start by adding a new blog post. And I have 2 options. I can make a straightforward blog post about anything in particular, nothing in particular, or anything that I want to, using add a plain blog post, or, and I'm going to click this one, I can add a blog post that's linked into a tree or family archive. I have a couple of archives, and I'm going to choose if I was a tree. And now I'm creating a blog post, again using the familiar editor, but it's linked into the tree, the archive. So all these families, you can tag this blog post to the families and individuals, occasions and artifacts, everything that's within your family archive. And as such, this post will then become part of the archive. It will get put into all the places that you tag it. So let's give it a title: test blog post linked to tree. Never type when recording video. Let's add a block, an image. Now this is now accessing all the images in that archive. So I could choose, let's choose Annie Wales, lady who wrote history of my birth village. And I'm just going to put in some British text for now. And then I'm going to show you something very powerful. I'm going to add a family tree. I'm going to create my very own little custom tree from the archive to go into my blog post. So I'll select my great-grandfather, great-grandmother, great-uncle, great-grandfather, grandmother, their sister, why not them as well? There we go. And I'm going to go create subtree. There. Now I have a proper tree in the blog post that is drawn from the archive. So let's publish that. Right, let's give it some tags. I'm going to tag this blog post into the archive under the Walmsley family, and also my my grandfather. There it is. So now they're tagged in. Publish. And there's my new blog post in the list of published posts. Let's go to the actual blog site, refresh it. A few moments to bring in the posts, and there is my new post. If I open it as a member of the sort of public, as it were, you'll see that there is that tree. And again, that will link into my archive because it's set to public. So that is the post appearing in my actual public blog. Now I'm going to go back into the editor. So I'm back in the blog editor. Let's just make one more post. Add post. And this is going to be just a plain, straightforward post. Test plain post. It's not linked to the tree, and I can carry on at will. I'm going to put a text block, paste some content I put in here. I actually got ChatGPT to give me some blurb on some butterflies, and I'm going to put it in a carousel, and I'm going to put in some butterflies. I've got open here. I've got some pictures of butterflies from my holiday. Upload that one. That's one. There's a very pretty butterflies on holiday. Yeah. Another one. This viceroy, that was an absolute stunner. In fact, I'm going to change. I've decided that I'm going to change that from the carousel to full width. I like full width. That's full width, and now I'm going to publish that. And now I have a new plain post. Just check that's my blog for real. This is the public view of the blog. That's update, and there it is. There's a new unlinked blog post. So that covers how you create posts from the blog side. What I'm going to do now is go over into the family archive and show you how you can push content from the archive into your blog as a post. Okay, here I am in my archive. Let's go to research and recollections and look at some of the content I've made. Well, sorry, first off, you can see that the blog post I made and I linked into the archive is there. Very important point. Sorry, I was forgetting that. So that thing I made earlier, do you remember I indexed it into the tree? You'll see here it's tagged with my grandfather and the family name Walmsley. So that worked well. What about, let's take this. this story here. Every article you write, at the top, you'll find add to blog. And I'm going to click that, add to blog, confirm. And there it says, it has a little green thing flashing up, but it has posted that now into the blog. I'm just going to get one more item before I go back and check. Let's take a document. So here's a list of documents I have. What do we use? Let's use all these census records. I'm going to click add to blog. Again, choose the blog you want to add it to. Done. Okay, now let's move back over to the blog. There we are, and you can see that those have come over into the blog. Let's just click that to get a preview of what it'll look like to the people viewing my blog site. That's what it looks like for them. They can open up and look at the census records that I've generated to plot the life of my great-grandfather. And now let's go back to the home. Oops, sorry. Yeah, go back to the list, and I'm going to go down to this item here, and I'm going to preview that too. So let's preview that. So this was this article that I had in my family archive, and here it is now being used as a blog post. So I hope you can see that that is a really powerful new way of blogging. You can write up great stories and articles and pieces to do with your family history as a blog item, and blog post by blog post, you are actually building your family archive. And then the reverse, the items that you create within your archive or other people create within your archive, you can choose to use them as blog posts. So you no longer face the dilemma of blogging, but knowing that by and large, most of what you blog disappears down a huge timeline. You are actually laying down the foundations of a proper family archive while you blog. And you're also able to bring in the bits and pieces that really help bring to life family history. So trees, interactive trees, documents with transcriptions so you can understand them. And we will gradually add more and more features that are very bespoke and tailored to family history obsessives like our good selves. I hope you enjoyed that, and please do get involved. We have a Facebook group. Send some of your posts in there. It'd be great to see what you get up to. Bye now.